Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Muhammad Aprido Putra.
I am Gilang Arisko.
I'm Wati Nurul Azmi.
We are from Group 4. We'll talk about our project, Basic Listening Project. We chose a topic about a movie named Spirited Away. We will talk about three things about this movie. And first is about the storyline. Second is about a fun fact from the movie. And third is about the mythology that have connection with the movie. First, we will talk about the storyline. The movie begins when a small girl named Chihiro moves to a new town with her family. Her father takes a wrong turn and they end up at the tunnel. They go in and find an abandoned theme park, and then they explore the area and found one restaurant that opened at the time. The father and the mother start to eat. Chihiro wanders around and finds a weird building. She looks down from the bridge and sees it rain. Suddenly, a teenage voice appears and warning her to go away. Ghostly spirits appear all around, and Chihiro finds their parents already turned into pigs. Her hands start turning transparent, and the teenage boy gives her a pill that she starts to become a normal again. They go and cross the bridge to the weird building. The boy asks Chihiro to hold her breath while they are crossing the bridge. A frog comes to them and calls the boy Master Haku. Chihiro gasps and got identified. Haku brings Chihiro to his garden and tells her to go on her own to find Kamaji. Chihiro finds Kamaji and asks for a job. Kamaji's granddaughter Lin walks in and gives Kamaji his meal. Kamaji asks Lin to bring Chihiro to Yubaba to sign the work contract. Chihiro finds Yubaba and tell her that they weren't supposed to be here and their parents deserve to be turned into a pig. Chihiro insists for work and Yubaba starts taunting her. Yubaba agrees to give her work, and she takes her name and change it into Sen. Haku shows up and asks Sen to follow him. She tries to talk to Haku, but Haku shuts her down and tells her to call him master. Haku visits her quarters and asks her to meet him at the bridge. She comes across the black spirit wearing a mask. Haku takes her to see her parents. Haku tells her that Yubabas control them by stealing their names. They can't get out if they forget their real name. Chihiro starts to work at night. Chihiro sees the masked spirit outside the door. She lets the door open so the spirit could go in. Chihiro and Lin are assigned to clean the big tub. Yubaba warns the foreman about an intruder. Yubaba tells him that it's a sting spirit. Yubaba calls for Sen and tells her to take the sting spirit to the big bed. Yubaba is delighted with Sen's job and tells her that the spirit was a guardian of a great river. The masked spirit throwing a gold and seduced everyone. Chihiro sees a dragon being chased by papers and called that dragon Haku. She believed that dragon is Haku. She saved Haku, but he terribly injured. The dragon flies to Yubaba's room. Chihiro runs to Yubaba's room and got pushed back by the masked spirit. The spirit seduced her with a gold, but Chihiro ignored it. The foreman apologized to the spirit, but it swallows him with a female member. The paper birds attach to Chihiro and help her to get inside Yubaba's room. Chihiro tries to get away, but stopped by Boo. Chihiro shows him the blood and runs to save Haku. Boo gets out from his room and threatens Chihiro that he will cry if he didn't play with him. if she didn't play with him. The paper bird changes into Yubabas and turns Boo into a fat mouse and the birds into a fly. The bobbing heads change into Boo. She reveals herself to be Yubaba's elder twin sister Zeniba. She tells Chihiro that Haku stole a seal from her which had a protection spell. She said that the dragon would do anything to learn Yubaba's magic. She got distracted by Boo and Haku destroy the paper bird. Zeniba disappears and Chihiro falls with Haku, the mouse, and the fly. They fall into Kamaji's boiler room. Chihiro feeds him with the medicine that was given by the river spirit. Haku spits out the black worm and Chihiro crushed it. The dragon turns back into Haku. Chihiro decided to go give the seal back to Zeniba. Kamaji gives Chihiro some train tickets to go to Zeniba's place. Lins tells Chihiro that Yubaba's mad at her for letting the masked spirit in. Chihiro then handles the spirit and makes him swallow the medicine. The spirit starts to puke a lot of sludge. He starts losing sludge and chases Chihiro. Lin takes Chihiro to the train track and the spirit slows down and follows Chihiro. Haku goes to Yubaba and tells her that Sen had played trick on her. She used her magic and realized that Boo has gone. She got so mad and intrigued Haku. Haku tells her that Boo is with Zeniba. Haku promised Yubaba to bring back Boo, but after that she needs to let Chihiro back to her place. Chihiro made it to Zeniba's house and returned the seal. Haku picked her up to go back to Yubaba's. At Yubaba's place, Chihiro is faced with a test. She needs to find her parents among a pack of pigs. Chihiro passed the test and leaves the place. Chihiro and her parents go back across the tunnel and they are surprised because the car is covered by branches and leaves. Chihiro takes one last look at the tunnel and the movie ends. That's it about the plot story. That's it about the story. Next, we'll talk about a fun fact of the movies that will be explained by Nurul.
Fun fact about Spirited Away. Spirited Away is an anime by Hayao Miyazaki which was released in 2001. 1. The main character. Chihiro, the main character of this anime, was inspired by the 10-year-old child of Hayao Miyazaki friend. Hayao Miyazaki met the girl and some of his friends when they were on vacation in mountains. Saying they're apathetic children, he was inspired to make the same girl for his movie because he wanted to inspire the kids who don't have superpowers or skill can also be hero. 2. Scan Chihiro bathing the spirit of river. When the scan of Chihiro bathing the spirit of the river is inspired by the real life of Hayao Miyazaki, who owns clean a polluted river and it also reminds you to always keep it clean. 3. Won an Academy Award. Spirited Away was the first anime to be nominated for the Academy Award and won it for being the long-running animation out of all the nominations and being the best animated feature, as well as getting the best award at the 6th Kobe Animation and Anime and Visual Media event. 4. Highest grossing film. Spirited Away earned 30 billion yen at the Japanese book office, which make it the highest grossing film in Japanese history to date, as well as generating $200 million before airing in the United States. 5. The faceless character. The faceless character in this film is similar to a silkworm, which is an important insect in Japanese culture. 6. The building in the film. Many of the buildings in this film were inspired by buildings that Hayao Miyazaki had visited. For example, the beds in the film were inspired by the beds in Hayao Miyazaki's hometown, which, according to him, had many mysteries. That's it about the fun fact. Next is about Japanese mythology in spirited way that will be tell the Gilang.
Japanese mythology in spirit way. Number one is bathing of magical creatures. Public baths are common in Japanese culture, but this believed bath does not only apply to humans. Followers of ancient Shinto in Japan perform a ritual by inviting good supernatural beings to bathe together, which is believed to project them and drive away evil supernatural beings. Number two is kamikakushi. According to CBR, literally kamikakushi can be interpreted as hiding kami. Kami itself in Japanese can mean a god, a spirit, or a supernatural being. Number three is the Yamauba witch Yubabas. Character is similar to a wizard in Japanese mythology named Yamauba who lives in a mountain. She is described as an old woman who can turn humans into animals, like Yubaba and her twin sister Zeniba. Number 4. Kintaro. Boh, a giant baby known as the son of Yubaba, is taken from the story of the Kintaro people. Kintaro is described as a child with superpower who was raised by a witch mother in the mountains of Ashigara. Some Japanese people still believe in the story of Kintaro. Number 5. Mizuchi. Mizuchi is a magical creature in the form of a dragon-like snake who lives in the waters, and some people cry as the god of water. Number 6. Oshirama-sama's doll. Japanese secretly knows dolls that have various head shapes. They are like wooden dolls dressed in traditional costumes, with heads shaped like women, reddish, and even horses. Those dolls are known as Oshirasama. Number 7 is Shikigami. Shikigami is a term for an incarnate creature that is brought to life through a ritual in Japanese mythology. The paper birds that fly around in this film are one of Shikigami's depiction.
That's it about our project. Thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.